Wow, it looks like IGN just keeps pumping out new videos like almost every single day. Like it's making it really hard for me to just keep up. Like, come on, man. You guys need to slow down here. Give me some time to keep up, man. Anyways, this video is going to be fairly short. And that's just because the video I'm analyzing is like short by itself, and so there's a connection here. Now there really isn't anything bad to point out. There was a couple of things that I'm just gonna joke about because it's really just the narrator at this point that makes it kind of cringe. But besides that, let's just go ahead and do this little quick analysis.
Let's talk about my favorite aspect of this game: exploration. I loved it in the original, but now it's back without the headaches of an uncooperative MAKAH.
Did you just say MAKAH, or did you say makeup?
MAKAH. MAKAH.
MAKAH instead of Mako? What? Are you sure you played Mass Effect 1?
During our time, we were able to explore Vold, Eos, and Kadara. We'll start by showing you Vold. This planet is covered with ice and snow, and its harsh climate is hazardous to your health.
Okay, I just gotta point this out. Is that a camel toe? Bloke, why would you say such a thing? That is unprofessional of you, and I do not like that. It is not proper. So obviously in this scene we're having a conversation with two Angarans, and this is the new friendly race from the Helios cluster, and so it's pretty cool. I think pretty much we're gonna be like allianced with them like in the beginning of the game, it sounds like, because I'm pretty sure this is like beginning of the game kind of footage, but don't quote me on that, or I'm really not too sure.
Here we see Scott Ryder, who's speaking with some Angara.
The Angara have been wonderful to us, including yourself. So thank you.
See? We're building bonds here, Seek.
So what's out there?
It's easy to go
Did you really just have to transition that scene right there? Like, come on, man.
So what's out there?
It's easy to go exploring.
You just left us with like a cliffhanger right there. Come on, man. Like, chill out for a second. So was it just me? Or did these two Angarans have like this British accent? Now I'm not trying to say there's anything bad here, but come on, man, we need some more like Geth related like voices here, like some unique sound, kind of like the Drell, because that'd be cool. But it's not really anything picky. It's just my anticipation.
It's easy to go exploring when you're at an outpost, as you can call your Nomad down and go for a drive. Ice will make handling the Nomad a bit more tricky than usual, so be careful.
Good job at driving there, man. I gotta call you out on this, but clearly you don't know your drift game. And because of that, you're making the Nomad look real bad right now, okay? Like, that's just minus 10 points on Gryffindor right there, man. Like, I just cannot let you slide away from this.
Here we've encountered a Ket construct. Let's use our upgraded weaponry to make short work of them.
Whoa, so this is the Rigger, which we can use in Mass Effect 3. It's originally a Quarian engineered gun, and my latest video was confirming how there should be Quarians coming to Mass Effect Andromeda because they were clearly quoted in the dialogue of the narrator for the video that I was analyzing. So seeing Quarian weapons does look pretty neat, in addition to hearing that Quarians should be coming to Mass Effect Andromeda. Now I'm pretty sure they are confirmed because the way the narrator pronounced it was pretty freaking obvious. Of course, maybe we won't actually see them in the game. There's been some question about that, and so that would be kind of weird. I wouldn't even know what the point is of even saying, hey, they were here, if you're not going to show them, because that would be really dumb. But I don't know. We'll have to see when the game comes out.
This construct is just a small example of what you can discover here. Each map is huge and will give you plenty to explore.
I actually hope Mass Effect Andromeda's like maps, in terms of like the planets, I'm not too sure how the maps are going to work, but I'm going to assume that there's going to be like certain sectors within a planet and other planets that would be the map, and I assume they're going to be really big. And I hope it's not going to be like this Ubisoft type of level design where it's a really huge map the size of an ocean but as deep as a puddle. It just looks big, but it's not really impressive at all. It's not making use of the space it has. I hope Mass Effect Andromeda doesn't have that issue. I hope that there's a lot of side quests and other things that you can do that really makes the map unique in a way that not only is it big, but you can actually do a lot within that big map, because that would be great. That would be awesome.
Here we see Kadara, where we'll travel to a random point of interest on the map.
So it looks like we have like this fog of war system. If you can see on the map, you got some areas that are blacked out, and of course you got logos or icons that show other locations. And so the fog of war is pretty cool. I guess it doesn't spoil what everything looks like, because you know, obviously you don't really know what it looks like until you actually drive around and map it yourself. Maybe you can have some kind of like scout satellite do it for you, but regardless, it's pretty cool seeing how this is going to be an exploration game.
The Nomad's 6-wheel drive comes into play here as we traverse the difficult terrain.
Dang, what kind of engine is that? Is that like a V20 quad triple core turbo with like 6-wheel super titanium suspensions shocked with your amazing quadrillion spaghetti? Because dang, I mean, the terminal velocity is like the equivalent of E equals MC squared. You're rocking it out with that MAKAH. You know what I'm saying? That MAKAH.
Once we arrive, we find some dead scavengers.
What the hell did this?
And the Fiend who killed them.
Alright, so if you've been hanging around my channel for a little, you know that I really have like some issues with the Fiend. Mainly because the Fiend was clearly bugged, or some kind of issue with the AI or the programming behind it was just horrible in one of the videos that I analyzed. Now, this has been confirmed, but Ian Fraser said that they apparently had fixed the bug, and now the Fiend should be working as intended and actually be more aggressive. And I hope this is true. This isn't just them sugarcoating and just telling us things that makes us feel more confident about the game. You know, that's not a new thing. You got developers all the time that talks a lot of smack about how good something is, and the next thing later, hey, you find out that it wasn't really there. Cough cough, No Man's Sky. Of course, this is not the same company that's making the game, so obviously there's a really huge difference there. You got indie developers versus AAA title, but it's good to see that there are some concerns, and it seems like developers are responding to them. Now let's hope that they're true when the game comes out.
Later, we encountered more enemies who seemed to be protecting an alien structure. I decided to make some corpses of my own and investigate.
Whoa, did you see that? Did you see the impact right there? Those guys must have weighed like tons, man. Look at the force. They literally stopped the MAKAH from running right through them. That's some quality muscle right there, man. What are they drinking? I don't know what this guy put on his rider, but that armor does look pretty cool, and it looks more like Ket related, I guess. I don't know, the green kind of looks more like Ketish. Ketish.
Finally, we head to Eos. The planet is desert-like and features some inhospitable creatures.
We got a huge ass robot that is probably one of the remnant like creations, which is a new race that is kind of alien. We really don't know anything about them. Yeah, alien, that's kind of stupid for me to say. That's pretty obvious they're alien, but they pretty much disappeared. We're just like, what the hell's going on? Like, what are these guys? And we're trying to figure it out. I don't understand it, but does this robot have lungs or something? Like, I didn't know it could even roar. Like, why is it even roaring? Yeah, sure, it's for the dramatic effect, and it looks pretty cool, and it sounds pretty cool. There's not really anything bad, but I just kind of want to point it out, because I don't know, it's one of the first things that came up to my mind. I was like, why is it roaring? Like, come on, just kill me already, please.
This architect is a massive mechanical enemy. We're going to need a high-level rider character to survive this encounter.
Alright, so it is confirmed. This is a remnant creature. You can clearly see on the top right it says clear out the remnant. Yeah, it's pretty obvious right there. Now this is kind of a concern. It's more like speculation of how a, I guess you could say boss battle might turn out. But I really hope that big ass machines such as this don't give it to you and make it really easy and casual for you to kill it no matter what difficulty it is. The last thing I personally feel like is I don't want to deal with a human reaper like in Mass Effect 2, which I felt was easy to kill even on the highest difficulty level. And some people might disagree with me. I know it's a badass looking machine, but I just felt like it was way too easy to kill. And sure, maybe the lore of it, which basically meant that it wasn't even completely functioning human reaper machine, but still it didn't feel up to par with the whole final boss battle to me. And I mean, obviously this machine isn't a final boss, but in terms of the bosses that you're going to be fighting, I hope that they're actually going to be challenging, because having challenging bosses I really felt wasn't like a strong point for Mass Effect. That was just me personally. Like, I always played on hard, but I really didn't feel like much challenge against certain bosses. There were a couple that did get me a little bit ticked a couple of times, but in general I hope the bosses are challenging and pretty cool and badass at the same time.
Those are just some of the planets you can discover in Andromeda.
Alright, so that was pretty much the end of the video. They're just going to advertise their IGN stuff, and that's about it. IGN gets enough advertisement as it is, man. They make fucking money, like big dough. Like, they've almost made over 100 million views this month, and that makes you like 100 grand at least. Like, that's a lot of money. But regardless, it's cool to see that there's a lot of footage coming out for Mass Effect Andromeda. I was kind of worried that we're going to be left out here, and I don't really know, and I really don't have the time to check, but I hope this footage isn't pre-release footage, because I'm really getting tired of that. I really want to see this supposed finished product gameplay footage that is the gold edition. And so yeah, I expect to see some official footage, and I think this might be. You guys can tell me in the comments below, but regardless, it's yours truly, TheProperBloke. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to this channel, what the hell you doing? You gotta hit that subscribe button like right now, or the world's gonna end. Like, what the fuck? Anyways guys, peace out, and hopefully I'll be seeing you on the next one.